Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the previous class, we have seen for OC and SC test. Why we are going to conduct this test? Can anybody tell me the answer? What actually we are going to get out of this test? Which information you are going to get from OC and SC test? What is given here? Yes,
Power.
we are going to get the information of efficiency and regulation of a transformer. Right. So to get the information of efficiency and regulation, we are going to conduct OC and SC test. Open circuit test means don't connect any load. Load should be disconnected on the secondary side. Short circuit test means short secondary terminals of the transformer. But there are some rules here for conducting OC and SC test. For OC test, what is the rule? Secondary should be kept open. Secondary side should be kept open. Then you need to apply rated voltage. Once you apply rated voltage, that can be observed using this voltmeter. Then note down voltmeter reading, that is no load voltage V0, no load current I0, no load power W0. So this no load power W0 is nothing but what here? Iron loss. It is nothing but a iron loss. Right. So now V0, W0, I0. So using W0, V0, I0, once again you are going to calculate for magnetizing component Im, active component Ic. Im is given by the formula I0 sin pi naught. Ic is given by the formula I0 cos pi naught. Now, how to get the values of this pi naught? So the value of this pi naught can be calculated using the information of no load power, that is iron loss. What is the formula for iron loss? Iron loss formula is given by W0 naught I naught cos pi naught. So from the given tabular column, I know W0, I know V0, I know I0. Only unknown parameter is no load power factor cos pi naught. So cos pi naught is given by the formula. It is a ratio of W0 divided by V0 into I0. So if you take its ratio, then you are going to get no load power factor. Cos pi naught is equal to W0 divided by V0 I0. Then you use this formula of pi naught in the formula of Ic is equal to I0 cos pi naught, Im is equal to I0 sin pi naught. Then using this formula, using these results, you calculate what is magnetizing branch component R0 and X0. No load resistance, no load reactance. R0 and X0, these are the along with Ic and Im. What are all these? Can you tell me? These values are belonging to which branch of the equivalent circuit of transformer? Whether they are present on the primary side of the transformer or secondary side of the transformer?
Primary, sir.
Primary.
Primary side, very good. That too, it is primary side means which branch it is called as?
Magnetizing branch.
It is magnetizing branch, very good. So magnetizing branch components we are going to get from OC test, means these values. What is that? I0, Ic, Im, R0, X0. These values of your equivalent circuit of a transformer, these values you are going to get it from open circuit test. Now remaining equivalent circuit parameters, that is R1E, X1E, Z1E, these values if I want to know, for that sake we are going to conduct SC test. That SC test, along with giving the information of R1E, X1E and all these Z1E, it is also going to give us which loss information? Which type of the loss information, whether copper loss or iron loss? Yes. Whether this SC test will give us the information of iron loss or copper loss is my question.
Copper loss.
Very good. So it is going to give us the information of copper loss. So no, OC test, if I conduct, then I am going to get the information of I0, Ic, Im, R0, X0. Then we are getting iron loss information. Whereas if I conduct SC test, then remaining parameters of the equivalent circuit, that is R1E, X1E and Z1E, I am going to get it. Along with that, we are going to get the information of copper loss. Now, once you know all these values of your equivalent circuit of the transformer, then what we are doing, we are going to use that information to calculate the efficiency and regulation. So SC test means what? Whether we are going to apply rated voltage or rated current. short circuit test. Short circuit test means secondary winding should be shorted, and make sure that this secondary winding should be low voltage winding. This should be LV winding. And here for short circuit test, it is called as a reduced voltage test. Reduced voltage test means very small amount of the voltage is sufficient enough to make the transformer to carry rated current. Very small amount of the voltage is more than sufficient to make the transformer to carry rated current. Why? Because secondary is already shorted here, and if I inject very small amount of the voltage, then this ammeter will carry full load current of the transformer here. So for that sake, say for example, if you are given with the 1 kVA transformer in your laboratory, 1 kVA transformer laboratory, so for 1 kVA transformer and applied 230 volts, full load current carried by the 1 kVA transformer will be, what is that? 4.3, that is 1000 divided by 230. 1000 is 1 kVA information, divided by single phase voltage is 230. 1000 by 230 will be, that will be going to give us current information. Full load current of the transformer is 4.3. So now for short circuit test, I should allow full load current, that is 4.3 ampere, that can be observed using this ammeter. So whenever we are allowing 4.3 ampere, so make sure that we should not suddenly apply 230 volt like what we are applying in the OC test, because here secondary is shorted. So very small amount of the voltage, that is only around if you inject 9 to 10 volts, you can make you can observe that there will be 4.3 ampere current will be flowing. So if it carries 4.3, which is full load current of the transformer, then at that period of time you need to note down what is short circuit current, ISC. Now whatever readings you are observing, those are denoted with the short circuit conditions. So now current is called as ISC, short circuit current, VSC, short circuit voltage, WSC, full load copper loss. Now note down all those values here. VSC, ISC, WSC. Using these values, now you calculate for what is that short circuit power factor. We know that single phase power, AC power is given by W is equal to VI cos pi. VI cos pi in the same, W is equal to VI cos pi. In the same way, now you correlate that W is equal to VI cos pi with respect to short circuit test conditions. So W is written as WSC, V is written as VSC, I is written as ISC, cos pi is written as cos pi SC. So I know WSC, I know WSC, I know VSC, I know ISC. The only unknown parameter here is short circuit power factor cos pi SC. So cos pi SC is given by cos pi SC is equal to WSC divided by VSC ISC. In the previous class, I see here there is some mistake in the equation. Actually, it should be WSC divided by VSC ISC. Reverse it has to be. Right, make this correction. Okay, all of you. Cos pi SC is equal to WSC divided by VSC ISC. So once you know this full load copper loss, the other formula for copper loss is what? I square R. I square R, yes or no? So now that I is written as ISC square and R is written as R1E. What is this R1E? Equivalent resistance referred to primary side. Equivalent resistance referred to primary side. So R1 is nothing but R1 plus R2 dash here. R1 plus R2 dash. So now from this I know WSC, from this I know ISC square. Now you calculate for R1E. R1 is nothing but WSC by ISC square. Now Z1E. Z1E is means what? VSC by ISC. So ratio of VSC by ISC, if you take this divided by this, then it will be equivalent impedance referred to primary side, Z1E. Also I know R1E. The only remaining parameter is what? Primary equivalent reactance, X1E. X1E is equal to under root of Z1E square minus R1E square. Z1 under square root of Z1E square minus R1E square. So once you know these values, now you use all these values in efficiency and regulation calculation. So in the last class, I told you how to calculate efficiency for full load condition and for any given loading condition. So for full load condition, formula is output by input. Output is V2 I2 cos pi. FL stands for full load here. V2 I2 cos pi 2 divided by input. Input is nothing but what? Output by input. Input is nothing but what? Output plus losses. Losses is iron loss W0, copper loss WSC. So here this is the formula for full load condition. In full load condition, the value of small n will be 1. The value of small n will be 1. But now in your laboratory, if they say to calculate efficiency at 50% loading condition, Then at that period of time, here how to calculate efficiency for any given condition. So for any loading condition, efficiency calculation formula is n into VA rating cost pi divided by n into VA rating cost pi plus iron loss plus copper loss. Okay. So whenever we are going to change the load, accordingly current will change. For that sake, here current means ampere, capital A. So wherever current ampere information will be there you have to multiply it with loading factor small n. Here also A is appearing. So for that sake, small n. And this is constant loss, that is iron loss, whereas copper loss is what? Formula for copper loss is I square into R. So I square is appearing square number of times. So here you have to multiply this by n square. Right. So now if they say to calculate efficiency for 50% loading condition, then the value of n will be what? 0 0.5, 0 0.5, 0 0.5 whole square. Is it clear, all of you? Just I am revising all the things whatever I have taught to you in the previous class. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you can calculate efficiency using OC and SC test. OC and SC test information here means I have used OC test iron loss, SC test copper loss. Now similarly using OC and SC test, how to calculate what is that? Regulation, because this V2 I2 cos pi 2 everything it will be given in the manufacturer data sheet. Means whenever we are purchasing some transformer, it will be provided with some ratings there, so that rating directly we are substituting here. But how to get losses information? For that sake we are conducting, whose phone mic is on, turn it off. So to get the information of iron and copper losses, we are going to make use of OC and SC test information. Okay, now how to calculate regulation? So regulation formula is what? I2 R2E cos pi plus or minus. I told you plus should be used for which type of the load? Plus I should use for which type of the load? In the previous class I told you. Plus you should take it for
Inductive.
inductive or lagging power factor load. Minus you should take it for leading or capacitive power factor type of the load, right? So now here I can calculate regulation using all the parameters with respect to secondary side, I2, R2E, I2, X2E, V2. Or else I can also calculate regulation by using all the parameters referred to primary side, that is I1, R1E, cos pi plus or minus I1, X1E. I mean to say here is that follow any one of the rule and both the equations will give same what is result, same result of regulation. Okay, so now to calculate the regulation, you can see here that I am going to make use of what is that formula, R2E X2E. And from where you are going to get this R2 and X2E value? Using which test? R2 and X2E, using which test you are going to get the information? Is it OC test or SC test?
SC test.
SC test, very good. So from the SC test, we are going to get the information of R2 and X2, and power factor means we are going to assume for any power factor condition, we are going to estimate regulation. And I2, full load current is known to us. Terminal voltage also known to us. The only unknown parameter here will be R2 and X2E. So to get the value of R2 and X2E, this we are going to estimate using SC test or short circuit test. So once you know these values, so this is the formula to estimate regulation. So this regulation can be calculated using this formula where all the parameters are with respect to secondary side, or else you can also use regulation formula, this one, to calculate the things of regulation. But here all the things they are referred to primary side. Is it clear, all of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, actually here you need to solve some problems based on the OC and SC test now, but in further classes I will try to solve problems on that. And what I have is what is that all day efficiency. Wait for 1 minute, I will be back soon. Okay. So now, my voice, is it audible to you, all of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now in the today's class, I have planned to discuss with all the efficiency of a transformer, right? So in the previous concept, what is that? We have calculated efficiency and regulation using OC and SC test, okay? But now there is a special term, what we call this as all day efficiency of a transformer, right? So what do you mean by efficiency? Yes?
Output by input.
Actually, efficiency, whether it is electrical system or electronic system, we say efficiency as output by input. Yes or no? But here, actually, what is the thing is, if you take your commercial distribution transformer means what? The transformers which you are observing in your locality. In day-to-day words, you call it that one as TC. Yes or no? Have you come across the word TC? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Others, I'm not getting your response. Are you there, all of you? So actually,
Yes, sir.
actually what happens here?
Yes, sir.
So in our locality, we are going to observe there will be distribution transformer. So what is the function of that distribution transformer? What the transformer will do? Why we are going to use? Yes? Why we are using the transformers in our locality? How you are going to get power supply to your homes? Directly from the, what is that, substation KPTCL? Directly you are going to get power supply from the substation, or there will be in between devices.
No, sir.
Then
To reduce voltage.
To reduce the voltage, there will be some devices, electrical devices. Yes or no? So what is device is nothing but a distribution transformer which we observe in our locality. But see that when some transformer is given, wait a minute. So can you see this paint window now, all of you? Yes? Can you see this paint window, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
sir.
fine. So now just to explain that example, I am going to make use of one simple drawing here. So suppose here you are given with one, what is that? Distribution transformer. So suppose if you are given with a distribution transformer here, so this is your distribution transformer. So what this distribution transformer will do? Okay. So can you see this transformer diagram here? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this will be your distribution transformer. Just for making the things more clear, I am using this diagram here. So suppose this is your distribution transformer which we are using in the locality. So to this transformer, there will be n number of consumers what you are going to have. So this will be house number 1, house number 2, house number 3, and so on up to house number n. Okay. So now, if I want to get the power supply for house number 1, house number 2, house number 3, and house number 4, and so on up to house number n, so all these houses, they are getting or receiving the power supply from this distribution transformer. And once again, this distribution transformer, it will be getting the power supply from some substations. This will be getting the power supply from some substations. Okay. So from substation, to convert the voltage to some safe level, we are using some distribution transformer. And from that distribution transformer, if we are using for domestic purpose, single phase AC supply, we are going to use house number 1, house number 2, house number 3, and so on up to house number n. But now here, transformer rating, if you take, suppose if you take transformer rating, what I can say, 50 kVA. If I say 50 kVA, if I say this as 50 kVA, 50 kVA distribution transformer, 50 kilovolt ampere. So now here in this case, what is that? The consumer 1 will be like all the daytime they are going for the work, and they will be present in the home only during the night time, right? And consumer 2 is like, what is that? They are using the power supply in the alternate fashion. Alternate fashion means what? It is just like one family, right? They can use they can use as and when they require. And similarly, consumer number 3 is like what? It is just like one kind of office. It is just like one kind of office where during night time it will be completely shut down, and during what is that? One small office, if you take, during night time it will be off, and only during daytime all the electrical loads will be on. And consumer, so on up to consumer n, all the time the type of consumer, how they are going to utilize the power supply, it will be keeps on changing here. It will be keeps on changing, and to satisfy that much amount of the load, we are going to make use of 50 kilovolt ampere distribution transformer, right? Yes, who is that? Latecomer, Muskan. So now, to satisfy the load demand of all these consumers from house number 1 to house number n, we are using 50 kVA distribution transformer. But as for efficiency equation of the transformer, it is given by what? Efficiency is given by what? Efficiency is given by, efficiency is equal to output by input. Output divided by input, yes or no? So now output means what? As per your idea, output means what? Output means all the time they have this what is that? 50 kV distribution transformer is supplying the power to these consumers, but how they are going to use the power, it is left to the consumer, yes or no? Because this first consumer, whole daytime they will be not there in the home, only during night time they are going to use. And consumer number 2 is like, it is like a family where they can use the power supply for according to their requirement. Consumer number 3 is what? It is, as I told you, it is a small office where they are going to make the usage of the power only during daytime, and during the night time it will be completely off. So here the usage of the power is completely changing from one consumer to other consumer. Means all the time they are not using the power supply completely. If 50 kV kilovolt ampere is the capacity of this distribution transformer, but they are not using that much amount of the power, it all depends upon the consumer. So if 100% capacity is 50 kVA, but 50 kilovolt ampere it is not used, instead of that only 40%, 30 to 40% of the 50 kilovolt ampere will be utilized on an average. If you take its average, how much average power it is supplying to all the consumers, if you want to check it, only 30 to 40% of its full load capacity will be used for by this transformer. So now in this case, if I want to calculate its efficiency, then this efficiency given by the formula output by input, this will not going to give us real efficiency. It is not going to give us real efficiency. Why? Because consumers, whoever they are receiving the power from this distribution transformer, they are all not using same amount of the power for same interval of time. So how they are using the power supply, that it is dependent on the time function. Means only during night time they will use, during daytime it will be off. Here depending upon the requirement. So consumer number 3 is office, where only they are working for daytime, and during night time it will be off. So all the time usage of the power, it is not constant, it is dependent upon the time function or hours function. So if I take efficiency is equal to output by input, then this is not going to measure the true efficiency of the transformer. This type of the efficiency is not a true efficiency. This efficiency I can express only in terms of output by input, that too in kilowatts, but kilowatts information is not going to remain constant throughout by these consumers, because all consumer, they are going to use power supply for different intervals of time. So now if I want to calculate the true efficiency of the transformer, true efficiency means what? During what period of time the consumer is using the power supply, only that much amount of the power information I should take it in order to calculate the efficiency of the transformer. Whenever consumer is using the power supply in a day, there will be 24 hours. So if he is using during evening 6 p.m. to morning 6 p.m., only that schedule I should include, and that means on an average 12 hours he is using. And next consumer is alternately they are using. In 24 hours they may use, for example, they may use for 15 hours. And third consumer, once again, he may use for 8 hours, because it is a small office. So all consumers, they are not using the power supply in same fashion. It all depends upon their time interval. So now if I get the information of the transformer, if I get the information of the transformer, that is kilo, instead of taking kilowatt, instead of expressing the information kilowatt, if I express in kilowatt hour, kilowatt means power. This means only power. This power will be throughout constant. But now first consumer, he may use during evening time to morning 6 a.m. Second consumer, he may use on an average in a 24 hours of a day, he may use for 15 hours. So now if I consider time interval, that is hours, then that will give exact power, exact energy that is delivered by this transformer to these consumers. Then that kind of the efficiency, we call it as what? That type of the transformer efficiency, we call it as true efficiency of the transformer. If you directly take output by input, both this output and input will be in terms of kilowatt, and that is not going to give us the true efficiency of the transformer, because if you take in that way, it will be only 30 to 40% of the efficiency of the transformer. So now if I want to calculate true efficiency of the transformer, then I need to take into account time information also, the time along with the kilowatt. Time in terms of hour, and kilowatt, this is power. Power multiplied by time means what? Power in terms of kilowatt, time in terms of hour. Power multiplied by time, what is the unit? Yes?
Kilowatt hour, kWh.
Yes? If you check your energy meter, what is the unit they are going to give? kWh. And as the name says, energy meter, that meter is
kWh.
And then that as the name says, energy meter, that meter is measuring which type of the electrical quantity there? Energy meter. Here with this
Kilowatt.
energy meter means that meter is meant to measure which type of the electrical quantity. Energy meter means, as the name itself is indicating, it is going to measure energy. Yes or no?
Energy.
Yes. So power multiplied by time, that is power means kilowatt, time means hour. P into T is nothing but energy. Remember, it is energy. So along with the power information, if I take time during which the consumer is using the particular amount of energy, is a particular amount of power, that altogether we call it as kilowatt hour. So this kilowatt hour is nothing but energy. So if I take the efficiency in terms of kilowatt hour, then that efficiency we call it as true efficiency. Written. Okay. See this window now. So in the examination, they will ask, write a short note on all the efficiency of a transformer. In the examination, they will ask, write a short note on all day efficiency of the transformer for 5 marks, or else they may ask problems based on all day efficiency of a transformer. So today, yes, 15 minutes. Yeah. So, in today's topic, what is that? All day efficiency of a transformer. It is one kind of what is that, short note kind of question. So all day efficiency means this is the efficiency of the transformer which we are going to measure in terms of energy, that is power multiplied by time. So power in terms of kilowatt and the time in terms of hours. If I directly measure efficiency as output by input, but that will be in terms of kilowatt, which is not a true efficiency of the transformer. So as I told you, consumers will be changing their usage of the power depending upon their requirements. So we need to consider during what period of time they are going to use the power. So if I want to include the time information, then that time information will give us the exact efficiency of the transformer, which we call it as a all day efficiency of a transformer. Okay, you can see here. For a transformer, efficiency is defined as ratio of output power to input power. This is its efficiency. Okay, but power efficiency is not the true measure of the performance of some special type of transformers such as distribution transformers. Yes or no? As I told, consumers will not be using the power throughout 24 hours of a day. They are going to make use as and when they require. Right. Distribution transformers serve residential and commercial loads. So these distribution transformers, they are meant to supply the power for domestic purpose as well as commercial loads. Commercial loads means school, college, offices, or any kind of the complexes. But whereas residential means we are the example for residential users, domestic applications. The load on such transformers vary considerably during the period of the day. In a day, there will be 24 hours, and consumers, they are not using the power throughout 24 hours. Yes or no? In summer days, only during what is that? We are going to turn on fan, ACs, and all, depending upon the temperature. Similarly, in the winter days, we are not going to make use of those fans and all. So likewise, the load will be keeps on changing. For most period of the day, these transformers are working at 30 to 40% of full load only. As I told you, if a transformer capacity, full load capacity is 50 kVA, then 50 kVA amount of the power we are not going to use it, because consumer, he is going to use it in different way. So on an average, it will be 30 to 40% of the full load only. But the primary of such transformers is energized at its rated 24 hours. Make sure that transformer will be having its two types of the winding, primary winding and secondary winding. But consumers are using power as and when they require. So consumers load will be connected on which side of the transformer? Yes. Load will be connected on which side of the transformer? Whether it is primary or secondary? Secondary side. So all the consumers, they are getting the power supply from the secondary side. Okay. So, and then primary side, it will be continuously excited by power supply. Yes or no? Because first consumer, he may use it for morning 6 to evening 6. Next consumer, they may use from evening 6 to night 10 o'clock. So it is not that only first consumer will be used only during morning 6 to evening 6. I should give the power supply and rest of the time it should be turned off. It is not like that, because there will be a number of consumers who are getting power supply from that one single distribution transformer. So all the time, the power primary winding of the distribution transformer will be continuously supplied with the power supply. The core loss, which depends on voltage, takes place continuously, because 24 hours if power supply is on means there will be continuously iron losses will be taking place. But copper loss, it is a function of load. No, it is a function of loading condition. Loading condition means how consumer he is going to make use of the power supply. If consumer is going to connect some electrical gadget to the power supply, then load will be on. If load will be on, current will start to flow. If current will start to flow, then copper losses will come into picture. So copper losses, they are time dependent, whereas this iron losses is constant throughout the day. Hence, power efficiency cannot give the measure of the true efficiency of such transformer. So your power efficiency will not be going to use the exact efficiency of the transformer. For that sake, we need to take the efficiency of the transformer in terms of energy. In terms of energy, energy is nothing but what? It is the product of power multiplied by time. Power is, that is kilowatt, and time is nothing but hours. So altogether, the unit of the energy here in electrical parameter is kilowatt hour, kWh. So if you check your energy meter in your homes, then it is having the unit written as kWh, kilowatt hour. Okay, then ratio of total energy output to total energy input. Once again, here also it is output by input only, but now output is expressed in terms of energy, as well as energy input is also expressed in terms of energy. So if I take efficiency in terms of energy, then I am going to get exact value of the efficiency. If I take efficiency value in terms of power, power means kilowatt, so then that is not going to give us exact efficiency of the transformer. Such ratio is called energy efficiency or all day efficiency of a transformer. All day means throughout 24 hours transformer should be excited from the power supply. For that sake, it has to be its primary winding should be continuously connected to the supply mains. For that sake, we call this type of the efficiency of the transformer as all day efficiency, or we are measuring efficiency in terms of energy. Due to that fact, we say this one has energy efficiency. Now, based on this efficiency, performance of various distribution transformers is compared. So finally, how to calculate efficiency of the transformer? That is, all day efficiency is defined as percentage all day efficiency, symbol is eta here, is equal to numerator part output energy in kilowatt hour during a day upon input energy in kilowatt hour during a day. So here also once again it is output by input only, but output parameter is energy, input parameter is also energy, and that too for one particular whole 1 day. One day means 24 hours. So the formula to calculate all day efficiency is this block portion formula, that is output energy in kilowatt hour during a day divided by input energy in kilowatt hour during a day. Once again, if I want to calculate input is nothing but what? Output plus total losses. Total losses is nothing but iron loss plus copper loss. Is it clear, all of you? And this formula, you are going to use it when you are going to solve the problems based on all day efficiency of a transformer. Means they are going to give one particular data. Say for example, consumer 1, he is going to make use of the 2 kilowatt of the load for morning 6 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. Second consumer 5 kilowatt. So likewise, they are going to distribute time interval where that particular load will be utilized, and based on that time interval and load information, you need to estimate the efficiency of a transformer. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is one kind of short note question, what you can say. So in the examination, they may ask, write a short note on all the efficiency of a transformer. So whatever this description it is presented over here, this description followed by this formula. This much if you write, then that is going to give you, what is that? If it is 5 marks, then you may get 4 or 3 marks, provided if you write the things completely. Okay, all of you, is it understood why it is called as all day efficiency? All day efficiency means complete 1 day information, that too in terms of energy. Energy means power multiplied by time. If I simply take it as power information, then that is not the true efficiency, because transformer, it is though it is connected to power supply 24 hours, but consumers, whatever they are getting the power supply, they are not using 24 hours continuously. So if I want to get the performance of transformer, then I should check during what period of time consumer he is going to utilize the power supply. So the time dependent parameter, if I take into account, then that is going to give us exact efficiency, which we call it as true efficiency or energy efficiency or all day efficiency. Is it clear? Yes. Shall I wind up now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So till here altogether you need to write it for 5 marks. So the problems based on this we are going to discuss in the next class. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the problem based on all day efficiency. Just one typical example here I am going to explain you. A 400 kVA distribution transformer has full load iron loss 2.5 kilowatt, copper loss 3.5 kilowatt. Then During a day, its load cycle for 24 hours is 6 hours, 300 kilowatt, and power factor is 0.8. 10 hours, 200 kilowatt, power factor is 0.7. 4 hours, 100 kilowatt at 0.9 power factor. With this set of given data, you need to estimate all day efficiency. So once again, as I told you, you need to calculate for different time intervals, what will be the iron loss, what will be the copper loss. Then finally, using that all day efficiency formula, all day efficiency, that is output by input, that to energy in 24 hours. That information you need to substitute in this equation, and finally you should get the formula value for all day efficiency. This problem we may discuss in the next class. Is it okay, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
fine. Now
Yes,
your
sir.
single phase transformer concept is almost on the end of the part. In another three classes, I may start your three phase transformers. Okay. So by this time, so today whatever I have discussed, that is what is that? All the efficiency of the transformer. You just go through it, and also the previous topics, that is OCSC test, equivalent circuit, phasor diagram. All these are very important. So you also go through those concepts. Is it okay? Shall I wind up now?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I am Muskan, sir. I am present, sir.
From which division you are?
From A division, sir.
Okay. Muskan कीजिए और मुस्कान शिवन की.
Muskan
Sir, I
PG,
am
sir.
also present.
Yes.
Both are present, sir.
Okay, fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So now I am going to wind up the class. I hope you are having next class now. Have a good day.